Ya. Vamos a darle volumen.
Skanes was going to roll through this second. He had two Sunday youngster, but he leans out and pounds it to the seats. The weightlifting all tournament with the long ball.
No one goes to Hank's for his spreadsheets. He doesn't sell them. He does sell a darn good slice. When business slowed, Hank decided to bring back the $1 slice. He just asked Copilot in Excel to help make it work. Suddenly, Hank says, "You gotta try this place," kind of thing.
All right.
Hank makes the pizza.
Hey, how you doing?
Copilot handles the spreadsheets.
Enjoy. Here we go. 5, 4.
At MLB Network, covering baseball isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
We're about to be entertained and amazed.
So I just want to show you a few at-bats, because it was incredible. Connecting fans to the game is in our DNA.
Welcome, everyone, to MLB Tonight, the national pregame show. He added 2 new pitches this year.
In season.
Hello, family.
Off season.
Every day we hand out Cy Young awards.
Every season.
That's how we do it here.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
OCD is more than what you see on TV and in the movies. It comes with unrelenting, intrusive images, thoughts, and urges. If you have OCD and need help, you can get better with specialized treatment. Go to nocd.com to learn more.
Satellite internet that's fast, reliable, and installed by professionals. For work, for play, for every day. Available anywhere you call home. Visit viasat.com/internet now or call 833-8-VIASAT to sign up today.
The biggest launch in Harry's history is here, Harry's Plus. Less nicks and cuts, less tug and pull, the best razor I've ever tried. Just an effortless, wonderful shaving experience for a lot less than July. Harry's Plus. I can't wait for you to try it.
Why do I have to wait for payday? I should have access to my money when I want. With Chime, I get paid when I say, and I can overdraft fee-free. Finally, I'm in control of my money. Join the millions of members like us, making fee-free at Chime.
Back here in Miami with Team USA manager Mark DeRosa. Mark, you just said to me, it's crazy, the juice in this place. How would you describe the environment?
Yeah, it's a spectacle. It's what everyone wanted to see, right? Superstars on both sides of the field, up and down the lineup. Great players, electric atmosphere.
Your impressions of skiing so far?
I think it looks awesome. It's one pitch to Junior Caminero and an 0-2 count that kind of hung in the middle of the plate. They got a potent offense over there, no doubt.
You have a potent offense too. You've been waiting all tournament for it to really erupt. What have you seen so far in your approach?
I like the quality of at bat so far. We've gotten some guys on base. Listen, it's tough. He's throwing 99 miles an hour there in the first. Hopefully it settles in a little bit and we can get to him.
Mark, thanks a lot. Joe, back to you.
And Steve Armstrong, the 9 hitters, starting off this third for Team USA. 1 ball, 1 strike. ECA center fielder for the Cubs hit 2 home runs against Italy to win the job. Take it from Byron Buxton, and then had 2 hits, knocked in a run against Canada in the quarterfinal to solidify that spot. Really, these guys at the bottom of the order, John, and Terang and Pro Armstrong have been the most consistent guys.
Yeah, they've had the best at-bats and results. So, look, you got to take advantage of mistakes, and when pitchers make great pitches on you, even great hitters are going to get out.
1-2 for the Americans. Playing from behind for the first time. That's Rick Fowler. Armstrong, 31 home runs last year, 35 stolen bases, 1 Gold Glove. Joined Sammy Sosa as the only Cubs to have 30 seasons. That was even with really bad struggles the last couple of months. He was an MVP candidate in the non-Ohtani division for a lot of the year. This game is tough for patience, meaning patience for managers on pitchers or decision, patience for hitters wanting to do so much or maybe not feeling right mechanically, and it's a cruel game because it doesn't justify what these guys are going to do during the year, but it kind of quantifies what they do right now, whether they go on to win or not. The 1-2 pitch is aside. Didn't get an impression talking to Albert Pujols he was going to have a pretty aggressive hook with Severino today. Yeah, and if anything got sideways, you felt like that was the sense. He's got a great bullpen, he's got a rested bullpen, and he's not afraid to use it. Only 1 run allowed from that Dominican pen all tournament.
So Armstrong's down on strikes, and Luis Severino, who got less swing and miss than any pitcher in the American League last year, has 4 strikeouts the first time through the order.
Well, it goes back to what I said earlier, that the Americans are going to have to put the ball in play, and they have not done that. 4 Ks out of 9 is not indicative of what we're used to seeing these guys do, so give Severino a lot of credit.
This is with his first one to Bobby Witt. U.S. getting its second look at Severino here. There's the speed, there's the arm, we know about the high average. Just an incredible athlete. Mark DeRosa said before the game, it's like a kangaroo out there the way he's bouncing around. He's got that quick twitch, but then he'll go in batting practice for the big guys like Judge and Schwarber, and he's right there with him, how far he's hitting them. Racked his brain for a minute when we asked him, how far do you got to go back to find a guy this toolsy? Thought about it, and he said, I don't know. He said, I want to say Robin Yount, but with much bigger power.
Yeah.
Yount, the Hall of Famer of the Brewers, he averaged 15 home runs a year. Bobby Witt, his first 4 years in the majors, has averaged 27. He's still getting bigger, still getting stronger.
He's got a simple approach. He thinks right center, and then if he sees it in, he pulls.
Slashes a line drive to left center field. It's down for a base hit in front of Soto. The one-out single for Bobby Witt. Now he got his speed on base.
See, the difference between a great hitter like him and just an average hitter in the big leagues, they get pull happy on every pitch. And you can get yourself out more by trying to pull every pitch than being able to stay up the middle, go right center, and then adjust. Like the quick hands that he had right there to get that single.
Tying on a board. Bryce Harper at the plate, taking inside for a ball. Harper now 3 for 21 in the Classic with 8 strikeouts.
He needs a pitch out over the plate that he can drive to left center.
Pulls one down the line and a base hit for Bryce Harper. Tatis over to dig it out. Witt stopped at third. Throw to second offline. Harper's got a double. The U.S. has a threat.
This will be the first decision for Albert Pujols. He got that cutter in and just hooked it down the line. You got Aaron Judge with a base open. You really can't play the infield in because he hits it so hard. It's kind of a moot point, so they're going to play back. And it looks like they're going to pitch to him.
See how much he gets to hit. Singled his first time. Tying run at third, go-ahead run at second. Here in the semifinal.
He'll be ready to go on this first pitch, I guarantee it. Wow. Get off his body. He hit it so hard, it looked like a normal ground ball to Machado.
Aaron Judge 4 for 6 against Severino with a home run. We're in USA. First time at any level. A lot of these guys played growing up. Teenage teams, 18 and under teams. This is the first time for Judge. And he's America's captain. And an 0-1 from Severino. Ends out of the way. Ball 1.
Judge has got one more pitch to think. Until you get to 2 strikes, you think about driving the ball. Once you get to 2 strikes, you've got to put the ball in play. It changes a little bit. He's good enough, obviously, with that average and power combination.
Lays off. He's ahead. Batting title last year wasn't just the home runs. 331 average. And then the 53 home runs that he paired with that the most ever for a batting champ. Had to have something special to win the MVP when Cal Raleigh did what he did. That's in there, and it's 2-2. So now, you gotta become that hitter.
You gotta become that hitter. It's a ground ball to short, and it's a tie game. Ground ball up the middle, and you're up by 1.
The 2-2, Judge takes ball 3. juice in this place.
No, that's a great pitch and a great take. It really was. That pitch was just off the plate, but it was a perfect kind of catch him looking, maybe thinking breaking ball, and he heats him up with a fastball.
Seems to be seeing it well. Here's the 3-2, and he he's out and takes strike three. Judge unable to put it in place. Severino recapturing the old strikeout stuff for the early career. Luis Severino.
And this is such a good breaking ball after heating him up on a fastball away. I know it's hard to talk about a third inning at bat that could be very vital to a game because there's so much more time, but in this atmosphere with these two teams, and a situation where Aaron Judge is going to get that runner in about 90% of the time during the year.
For the U.S., for as many stars as there are in this lineup, they just have not taken off. They took advantage of lesser pitching staffs in the first two games. They've had flashes in the couple games since then, but it hasn't felt as connected. It's a question of, are they just seeming listless because they're not scoring? Are they flat so they're not scoring? What comes first, the chicken or the egg? No matter how you slice it, it just has not felt how you figured it would. Second and third, 2 out. It's up to Kyle Schwarber, who has led the United States with 7 hits in this tournament. Way to third, Harper at second. Strike one on Schwarber.
I mean, he is pitching to quadrants and nothing over the middle of the plate.
He's home with an 0-1. Trying to build off what he did in the second half last season. He was miserable in the first half. First year with the A's, went 2-9, and was vocal about not wanting to pitch in a minor league ballpark where they're playing their games until they moved to Vegas. But in the second half, Severino was 6-0, 3 ERA. This is inside, and it's 2-1.
Again, I haven't seen too many pitches that are the same and that are in the same location. You notice where he's getting the hitter's eyes. Away, down and in. Away, up.
Guy you can't miss against. Schwarber fouls it off. Fastball to the top of the zone, and it's 2-2.
But again, all on the quadrants, all up. That one was up at the top of the zone. The fastball previous was away.
For Severino.
Charlie, here. I'm here. I'll be right back. Good, Charlie.
Bueno, mi gente, le damos un tronado con
Let's go
una
home.
carrera.
Charlie, stop. Charlie,
1-0.
what are you doing? Charlie, will you stop that? Charlie, are you crazy? Silly dog. No more treats for you. Sorry, where were we?
You crazy dog.
Red Bull gives you wings. How scary could it be?
Honey, relax. It's Miralax. It works with the water in your body for gentle release. Relax. It's Miralax. For more fiber per serving than any other gummy, try Mirafiber.
All right, so you got the memo. Looking good.
Ryan, there seemed to be a lot of tension in the turns. What happened?
Well, when it gets really hot, every turn matters. Yeah, I mean, when it gets that hot, every turn, Ryan.
I get that, but can you take us through the last turn?
Like you said, every turn matters.
If you want to turn data into decisions, then make every turn matter with Trimble. Confidence at every turn.
Welcome back to Miami with Dominican manager Albert Pujols. You had your bullpen up just in case in that last inning, and Luis Severino basically said, "I got it, Skip." What have you seen from him so far?
100%. I mean, Seb is throwing the ball well so far. I mean, really emotional third out right there. But besides that, I mean, it's not easy to face a lineman like that on the other side. But he's keeping his posture and making some good pitch when he needed to, you know. And so far, he's giving us what we needed.
Junior Caminero has hit a lot of big home runs for you. Winter ball and 3 of them here. 22 years old. What is it about him to come through on the big stage?
He's living for this. I mean, he told me. I mean, I can see it in his face today. He feels good about it. And I mean, he's a young kid, 22 years old, to play in this big stage like this. And what's good about it, he's just gonna get better. That's what it's good about for him and dangerous for the rest of the league.
Thanks so much, Albert.
Thank you.
Albert Pujols managed Junior Caminero in winter ball in the Dominican Republic. Said he looks at him like a little brother. He's already seen him grow so much. Still just 22 years of age. Dominican great Austin Wells is at the plate. Austin's from Arizona, but his mom's side of the family's from the Dominican Republic. And it was Wells that had the walk-off home run against Korea. He's down on strikes here for the first out of the third.
Well, there's been 3 huge moments, and the Dominican Republic has been a benefactor of all 3. The one thing I'm going to be looking for next inning is what carryover effect does it have for Severino to get through that inning the way he did? The energy he exerted, the emotion, the velocity. It'll be very interesting to see how that next inning goes for him.
Perdomo, who's the best bunter in baseball these days, shows it and takes a strike for the U.S. in that inning. Gunnar Henderson, Will Smith, Roman Anthony do up, and we did see the bullpen was working, ready to go. Albert Pujols not going to wait around tonight. 2 Ks for Skeens, just the one mistake. The one pitch left up to Caminero. The U.S. out-hitting the Dominicans 4-1. But nothing to show for it. And just the one base runner, the big swing. Dominican Republic in front. Perdomo, one of the hardest players in the league to strike out, down 0-2. And now takes high. Going into his 5th season with the Diamondbacks, you go back to his rookie year, he was statistically the worst hitter in baseball. Last year he was top 5 in MVP voting, 20 home runs and 100 batted in. He gets hit by this 2-strike pitch. And the table set for the top of the order as Skeens hits Perdomo.
Those are tough. 2-strike hit by pitches are tough for pitchers to take. We tried to absolutely.
Been the same in the years since. What's changed, though, is he's gone out to right field and not just been good, he's been the best right fielder in baseball. But there's still flashes of that offense. In this WBC, I think John inspiring hope that he can get back to what he was early on in his career. When he's one of the 3 or 4 best players in baseball.
Yeah, he's got great power to all parts of the field and really good plate coverage.
This is what we've seen more in this tournament.
It's a tiny sample size, but much more discipline.
of Japan. Knocked in 13 in the last WBC. Domo is off his head. Wheels. You wonder how diminished that may be. Getting hit on the foot. The guy for the Dominican with multiple stolen bases in the tournament. Not running. Tatis bounces it down to third. Henderson goes to second for one. Over to first, not in time. Tatis on to the fielder's shorts.
Henderson did a great job taking his time to make sure he gets the throw to second. The tendency is to try and hurry up and get a double play, but he knows Tatis can run. Not opening up a big inning by trying to make a heroic play, just make the right play.
Two gone in the third, 36 pitches for Skeens. They're on halfway to what Team USA has in mind here, having respect his build-up for his Pirate season. Until Marte takes upstairs. Marte popped out his first time. One of the best players in baseball that people don't talk about in that breath. Last 2 years, the top 5 hitters in terms of on-base plus slugging goes Judge, Ohtani, Juan Soto, Bobby Witt, and then Ketel Marte, who shows off that bat with a base hit to right. Tatis hits the third. Throw for Judge. Right there. He's gone. Judge, touchdown Tatis. Thrilling stuff. Well, Yankees fans, I think the elbow's just fine.
What is that? It's called light.
Find your fun again.
Oh boy.
How about this sunlight?
This is good.
Carnival is calling.
Half protection is not enough. Using just an antivirus online is also not enough. Get better protection from online threats. Get NordVPN now.
I've dreamed of this London acting program, but I needed to seriously start saving. With Chime, I round up purchases and save part of my paycheck automatically into a high-yield savings account. Finally, London's closer than ever. Start banking fee-free at Chime.
Ever worry that you're drinking too much? Take back control with Or Health. Or Health provides access to medication proven to help. A daily pill to drink less. Or to quit drinking altogether. Text TV1 to 710-710 to learn more.
Behold, the new Harry's Plus. 5 German-engineered steel blades. Premium metal handle. Our most advanced pivot mechanism. At a price that makes Big Razor big mad. And guys everywhere very happy. Harry's Plus.
John, that was the fastest throw from Aaron Judge in 3 years.
No, this was absolutely perfect, man. I'll tell you what, he threw it on the fly. A strike. The easiest one to tag. And a huge moment for Team USA.
Skeens appreciates it. He said, I see your fastball, and I know a good one. 96 miles per hour on the throw from Judge, his second outfield assist of the tournament. Gunnar Henderson starts the fourth for Team USA. 5, 6, and 7 against Severino. Captain of Team USA and Mark DeRosa said obviously had high expectations what Judge would bring, had high expectations what the clubhouse would be like. He said it's all exceeded his expectations, and he circles back around a room full of superstars to number 99. second inning. 0-2 to Henderson is taken down and away for a ball. Mark DeRosa called Gunnar Henderson this winter and offered him a spot on Team USA. He said, I want to be up front with you. Bobby Witt is our starting shortstop. We want you on the club. We're going to find time for you. And Henderson said, all right, I get it, but I'm going to force your hand. Sure enough, the first start that he gets, bangs out 4 hits. Finds himself in the starting lineup in this winner-go-home game. The year in 2023. Was an all-star in 2024. Not quite as good last year, but still just 24 years of age. Good take right there. Connie was 2-2. Big inning, as we talked about, coming off that emotional inning before. Velocity coming back closer to his average. And what happens for a pitcher when, especially you're not built up, you go through a high-energy, stressful situation, you make pitch after pitch, and you get out of it, and you explode in the third inning, which you wouldn't do many times in a regular season game, but this is not a regular season game. You've got to be careful, and I think the bullpen's going in the right direction because of that air coming out of the balloon type feeling. Henderson fouls it off. Gregory Soto warming down there. Did you have any tricks for when your motor got running a little bit too hot? The biggest thing that I learned, I never really, unless it was late in the game, would let out too much emotion because I was always trying to store it up. But the one thing you can't do is you can't sit back and let it eat or throw it as hard as you can. You got it when you're in this play right here, and consider this the 8th inning of a normal start because spring training hasn't built him up. You rely on your location and secondary stuff to get you through because the velocity he had early was good enough. Gunnar Henderson getting a lot of information from him here. The 9th pitch turns on it, sends a fly ball to right center field. Gunnar Henderson has tied it up. Pushes the right button, pushing Gunnar Henderson into the lineup. Numbers that you could not deny against Luis Severino in his career. But I'm telling you, that this is all like pitching 101. I think this should be his last hitter. And the reason being is he has lost an inch or two now on that crispness. And he did everything he could that last inning to keep it at 0. The tank can be emptied in the 3rd inning. Yeah. And this time of year, maybe a cap. Absolutely. In this kind of game, there's so much emotion. You can't ignore it. Will Smith beats it down left center field. Juan Soto's on the run. Tracks it down. From Severino, Soto covers a lot of ground right there. Defense, one of his focuses this offseason. Back to the Henderson home run. Wakes up that Team USA dugout. They've been looking for the big swing, and they get it from the Orioles star, Gunnar Henderson. One batter later, that is it for Luis Severino. Albert Pujols out to make a change. A couple of 2-strike home runs. A 1-1 game in the semifinal.
This is the NASCAR Cup Series on FS1. It's star power and horsepower. It's all gas, no brake. Week in and week out as the best of the best run the gauntlet. Short track tempers.
Good grief.
Road course carnage and champagne chaos. This is the NASCAR Cup Series. Darlington, next Sunday at 1:30 Eastern on FS1.
Something about this doesn't make sense.
Whoever sent you here lied to you.
I'm getting more. I just want to be myself again.
You're not telling me something.
The guy I saw was that hot old guy.
We've had a witness come forward. This witness is reliable. He's coming after me, then you, then your family.
Sounds like you're letting yourself get spooked by a boogeyman.
Memory of a Killer, only Monday on Fox.
All right, Fox Saturday Night Baseball is back. Fans are back. Celebrations are back. Players are back, doing 17 things before every pitch. And Saturday night, that's locked in. No thinking required. You bring the couch. We'll bring the drama. Baseball Night in America. Only on Fox.
3 1/3 for Luis Severino. Just the one run and the home run from Gunnar Henderson. And it's turned over to this Team Dominican bullpen that's given up just one run in 22 innings in this tournament. Gregory Soto, a couple of appearances counting for part of that. Getting ready to start his first season with the Pittsburgh Pirates last year between Baltimore and New York. And the lefty's on to face Roman Anthony here. Good arm. He could be a little bit wild with the strike zone. Certainly, he's got the power. So does this guy right here, Roman Anthony. #1 hard hit rate in baseball as a rookie last year. Does that mean anything? Well, to judge a stat, look at the guys that populate the top of the leaderboard. Top hard hit rates in baseball after Roman Anthony was Kyle Schwarber, Shohei Ohtani, and Aaron Judge. That's a pretty good stat category to want to be a part of. 21-year-old pieced it. 1-0 pitch. Down and away. Alex Cora was looking forward to him getting some more lefty opportunities in this tournament here. It's one of them right here in a tie game. A 2-0 pitch. Just inside, ball 3. Team USA knows they've seen Soto in the big leagues. They know sometimes you got to wait it out. Anthony, not on the initial roster for Team USA. Corbin Carroll got hurt, and they needed another outfielder. And Anthony was the choice. Most of the conversations around Anthony revolved around Team Italy. He had decided he wasn't going to play for Team Italy. He injured his oblique at the end of last season and wanted to focus on recovering from that, getting ready for his Red Sox season. But he got what he said was a shocking call. That was from Mark DeRosa and Team USA to join the red, white, and blue. Fly ball right center field. Rodriguez and Tatis going back. It is gone. Roman Anthony gives the U.S. the lead. Got away from Team Italy, and a pretty good guy to add to the lineup for Team USA. He waited him out. He got to a 3-2 count and just displayed that power and bat-to-ball skills that he has. Terrain fouls it off, and so on a pair of home runs here in the 4th inning, Team USA has taken the lead. And that is just as pretty as it gets. The bat's in the zone. But the bat did stay in the park. Strike on Terrain. It's 0-2. Roman Anthony was at the championship game last time Team USA played in the World Baseball Classic. He bought a ticket to go to the championship game. In his first Red Sox spring training, drove over here to Miami. Teammates in the stands. Because we don't cover every game, and we've been primarily staying with Team USA. Is that the first deficit for the Dominican Republic team? We'll double check it, but they had outscored their opponents 51-10. The only game that was even close was the first one against Nicaragua of all teams. That was 3-3 to the late innings. It's been a walk in the park for the most part. Trying to repeat what the 2013 club did, and that is have a clean sweep right on through a one-year-long title. There's nobody left from that team unless you consider Nelson Cruz, who's the general manager for this edition of the Dominican Republic. Albert Pujols played one time, that was in 2006. Terang's out in front. Soto gets a strikeout, 2 gone in the fourth. Another look at Anthony's home run. Mark DeRosa said he sensed from his team that they sensed the noise this week. They may not listen to the noise that was around this team, but a sense of we want to quiet it. And they knew that they were going to be coming into a hostile environment here. Similar to what they had on Monday in Houston facing Mexico. That was probably 70-30 Mexico fans. What do you think this is tonight? That's close to 70-30, maybe around there, 60-40, 70-30. And look, the hype around this tournament and the quality of players that have started to agree to play in it. Look, cue shot that knuckles by Soto. Nico Armstrong's aboard. He's making this tournament better and better because when we started this out, we did not get, the Team USA did not get a lot of the stars. And put that argument to rest now with the work that Mark DeRosa and the U.S. staff has done because, you know, we're seeing some star-studded countries, and now it's equaling out. Yeah, doesn't it kind of feel like this matchup here is the culmination of that, where all those roads have led to from the first WBC in 2006 to this game here where there are 54 All-Star selections in the two lineups, 12 MVP trophies. It is a who's who. And it's another trip to the bullpen. 2-1, the United States in front and a pair of solo shots.
Great football is back. It's the UFL kickoff on Fox. Here we go. Friday, March 27th. It starts with a bang as the perennial powerhouse Birmingham Stallions take on the newcomer Louisville Kings. With new teams and new rules.
UFL is a testing lab for the future of football.
This is Football Reimagined. The UFL kickoff begins Friday, March 27th and continues Saturday and Sunday on Fox and ESPN.
The IndyCar Series rolls into Barber, where Palou, Newgarden, and a hungry pack battle for a win. The road to Indy continues. Sunday, March 29th on Fox. Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth. The Fox Nation Spring Sale, a time for new beginnings and new journeys.
I took an oath to defend Israel from her enemies.
Fox Nation is the home of RAF with big matches every month. And it can be all yours for $2.99 a month. Fox Nation is your destination for unmissable content you can't see anywhere else.
What did you do? I told the truth.
Spring won't last forever, and neither will this offer.
Let's go, baby.
The Fox Nation Spring Sale. Sign up today for just $2.99 a month at foxnation.com. None of this was imaginable 30 years ago.
Contact is like basketball fields of dreams. It's like family.
We all got confidence. He got confidence.
We're going to the Final Four. That was a killer shot, man.
We're beating teams 30-40 every night.
Another chapter to this miraculous story.
It's one of the greatest stories in the history of sports.
Major League debut last year for the Colorado Rockies. 25 years of age, on the pitch here in the fourth inning. A pair of solo home runs for Team USA has flipped the score around. Gunnar Henderson and Roman Anthony both finding the seats. Roy Armstrong aboard on a 2-out air. And it's Bobby Witt up there, taking strike one from Mejia. You see the velocity. It is certainly a lot of velocity is going to come out of that pen for the Dominican team. It seems like every team in this WBC, even dudes that you've never heard of or that have never pitched in the big leagues, they're throwing upper 90s. This some guys coming out of the Team Italy pen that haven't even reached AA, AAA at this point. It was like, my goodness. Like 2 on win. He likes to elevate that fastball. See if this is the place he tries to go to it. Good lead for PCA. 2-2. Got the answer to your question. Confirmed that that Nicaragua game was the only time that they've trailed. Nicaragua scored in the top of the first inning. And Dominican scored 2 in the bottom of the first, has not trailed since. It was a week and a half ago. 2-2 pitch. There goes Bill Armstrong. A swing and a miss in strike 3. Second time Witt has gone down on strikes tonight. But a pair of home runs has put the Dominican behind for the first time in a long time. A new addition to the lineup, Gunnar Henderson. An addition to the team in Roman Anthony. 2-1 U.S.
Should we tell him? So bad.
Do not listen to that. Thank you, man. I know how it feels.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. That's actually an elaboration on point 2, but it counts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. 6, you can bring your own phone if you want. 7, also your number. Bring that too. 8, are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, is this my commercial?
Oh, I'll have another. Make it a double.
Dad, Mom thinks she's at a resort again.
Yeah, she told me.
When you'd rather not resort to a virtual resort,
This is much better in real life.
it matters where you stay.
Looking good, babe.
Book your spring break travel now. Hilton for the stay.
Won't you
Where are they going?
You're right. True Work designs performance workwear engineered with advanced materials to be lighter, warmer, faster drying, and ready for real job site conditions. True Work, performance workwear. Shop now at truework.com. We welcome you back to the 2026 World Baseball Classic on FS1, presented by Capital One here in Miami. First of the 2 semifinals. The next one tomorrow night, same time, same place on FS1. Venezuela in the semis for the first time in 17 years. Italy for the first time ever. What a scene it was last night. Venezuela coming back. William Abreu with a tie-breaking home run to beat Japan, the defending champ. And it's 2-1 United States here to the bottom of the 4th as Paul Skeens goes back out there and faces Ron Soto. Just 38 pitches so far for Skeens. And this is with his first to Soto. He's done a nice job. He had one mistake. That was the one run he's given up. That nice defensive play by Judge to out at third. And that was going to be first and third for Soto. Instead, inning over, he would face Soto to start the inning. Well, grounded out his first time. Waits on this 2-0 pitch. Pulls it to right field. And Judge, he's got it. Aaron Judge comes off his feet and makes the play. Couple of nice defensive plays for Judge. He's not just an offensive machine. We've seen his defense, his arm, and the way that he can cover the ground. Look, this guy's played center field. So playing right field, no big thing for Aaron Judge. One out, here's Guerrero. And Gabby, you had circled John both times he's faced him. He's done so with the bases empty. Tell me that doesn't always work out that way, but when it does, you got a big sense of relief.
face a guy like Guerrero, you have to remember how you got him out. Because he's going to remember how you got him out. And you have to find a different way to get him out. You can't go to that same spot too many times. 1-1 to him. Along third and foul. He hit .397 in the playoffs last year. He had more home runs than he did strikeouts. But for me, what was the most impressive thing was just the well-roundedness of his game, his base running, his defense too.
Yeah, everything was
Right on point. You knew he wanted this for a long time, for his team to stay healthy. That's a base hit down the left field line. He hit it low, but he hit it so hard that it scoots by Roman Anthony. Vlad Jr. with a double. 116 miles per hour racing to the left field wall. And that's exactly what I was talking about. He got him to ground out to third in his first at bat and went back into that area. And look, this is just, that is such good hitting. I can't even tell you. That split finger fastball going down and in, and he just gets the barrel of the bat to him. A lot of people in the analytical world, they want him to drive and lift more pitches. No, sir. Gap to gap, professional hitter. He'll run into his home runs, don't you worry. Manny Machado with the tying run in scoring position. Fouls back the first pitch. Captain for the Dominican Republic in his third WBC. He's from just down the street here in Miami. Rito Miami Private School, 3 miles from here, but his mom's side of the family from the Dominican Republic. 0-1 from Skeens. Strike two. Okay, now in this pitch right here, I'm sure Paul Skeens very aware. It does not have to be and should not be in the strike zone. Breaking pitch down and away. You can just keep going higher with that fastball. Banged up the middle. Smothered by Rick. It'll be a hit for Machado, but it saves the run. Will Smith wanted it high, but he threw it right down the middle. That's the difference. He needed to get that ball above his hands and above the mask of Will Smith, but he threw it down the middle, and lucky it's just a single. So now Caminero, how you pictured him? Well, he had him dead to rights until he threw a high slider on the outside part of the plate. You've got to get him. If you throw one pitch in, you can get him out of the way, but you've got to get him off the plate, down. Do not miss, as you sure will. 3 home runs in this WBC. Whistles in there. 99. Delivers 1-1 and a ground ball to short. 6-4. Oh, Tony had a pop out. They get the out at second. Ball came out on the transfer, but instead of the inning ending on a double play, the door's left open. It'll be first and third with 2 out. They had it. Yeah, Turang maybe tried to do that a little too quick for as hard as that ball was hit. And getting that first out and this ball popping out of his glove. This ball was hit on a three-hopper right to short, and he just tried to be a little too quick. Dominican Republic wanted to take a look at that and make sure that he did, in fact, get the out at second, and there will be no challenge. So first and third, tying right now 90 feet away. Let's see if Dominican Republic can take advantage. Julio Rodriguez.
Rodriguez had 3 hits, including a home run in the first game against Nicaragua. He's 0 for 11 since. Guerrero at third, Caminero at first. Skeens comes home. Almost hit him. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. What do you like? Breaking ball off the plate. He's got him in conscious. He gets an opportunity to get this off the plate, breaking away from him. Time taken by Rodriguez. 32 home runs last year, another 4 in the postseason. Including 1 in Game 7 of the championship series. He would have been the guy that we were talking about had that lead held up.
One thing he does do with runners in scoring position, he does chase a lot.
The 1-2 from Paul Skeens. He hit it. Hit him on the wrist. It's the second batter that Skeens has hit with 2 strikes. The bases are loaded. The more immediate thing is, hopefully Rodriguez is okay. A few years back, Jose Altuve got hit in the thumb in the WBC. Had to miss the first couple months.
This one just chases in. He really didn't have much. They got him twice off the wrist and chest.
Rodriguez, who said earlier this week that winning the World Baseball Classic would mean more to him than winning the World Series. You know, you're going to have to show him x-rays of a broken bone before he comes out after getting hit right there. He'll stay in. Bases are loaded. And it's Austin Wells coming up.
First pitch. So important here because I would think Austin Wells is going to be aggressive.
He was, and he raked it foul.
Whenever you have Mario, whether it's no outs or 2 outs, and you know the guy's hungry at home plate on the first pitch, you've got to make that the best quality pitch you can. Preferably hit that ground ball out or a chase.
Now Skeens in the driver's seat with all 7 of those pitches, all his toys he can work with. Home with an 0-1. Buzzed him inside, ball 1. And a hit batter in the inning. The 1-1. Wells down the line, foul. Paul Skeens, who pitched in the College World Series, but a couple of years with the last place team, Pirates. At this level, hadn't pitched in a game quite like this.
Very interested here. He's got him in conscious. Conscious been inside. Does he throw that splitter away after pounding 2 pitches in?
Wells will take time. Yankee catcher resets. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled it off. Stuck with the fastball. He went away, but he went with the fastball up. All solo home runs in this game. Caminero for the DR. Henderson and Anthony for the U.S. Tries it again on 1-2 to Austin Wells. Sky high to left field in routine.
Republic leads the bases loaded. Hoskins is out of it. 2-1 after 4.
Movies?
No.
Ferris wheel?
No.
$1 a day.
David Buster. What's the fun? Hey, I'm about you like I am. Fun, yeah! We need that.
Unlimited play for just $1 a day. Only at Dave & Buster's.
You can do this. You can be the first millennial in history to pick a chip on a device that is not their computer.
How?
Yeah, how? I need a big screen to feel safe. Kayak. They compare hundreds of sites, so you know you're getting the right flight, hotel, or rental car.
I'm scared.
We'll do it together.
Kayak. Got that right.
This Friday,
It's now or never.
Project Hail Mary is an awe-inspiring masterpiece.
We have one mission. Grace, Rocky, save stars.
Someday you will find me.
It's an unforgettable cinematic experience. Thrilling, breathtakingly tense, and insanely entertaining.
I'm just counting on you.
It's everything we go to the movies for. Project Hail Mary, rated PG-13, Friday.
Pair of home runs for the U.S. in the 4th inning, lighting this place on fire. It was just incredible environment. What's it like down there near the dugout, Ken?
Pretty electric, Joe, and much has been made of Team USA's relatively grim-faced approach in this tournament compared to the joy we've seen from some of the Latin American countries, the Dominican Republic, Venezuela. Part of that stems from the fact that until tonight, the U.S. had not had an electrifying moment similar to Trey Turner's go-ahead grand slam in the 2023 quarterfinal against Venezuela. Tonight, we've seen 3 such moments. The Judge throw, the Henderson homer, and the Anthony homer. From the beginning, the players have said they relish this experience, relish playing for their country, but the way they're playing tonight, it's a lot easier for them to show they're having fun.
And it's certainly, high tide raises all boats, right? And the way that the Dominican Republic are over there having a great time, and the environment in this building, figure infuses them with some of that as well. Harper flies out to left on the first pitch. Mark Rosa said he just hates that narrative that they're not having any fun. But it hadn't probably been real fun, the way that it's been against Mexico. For a lot of that game, they were quiet. And against Italy, the loss. Plenty of reasons to get excited early on in this game. Here's Judge, who's 1 for 2. I always laugh at the notion that, a guy could strike out 3 times, break 3 bats over his knee, and it'll be viewed as that's an intense competitor. He struck out 3 times versus the guy that strikes out 3 times and sets the bat in the bat rack. Drive center field. Rodriguez going back. Did he get enough? He did not, because Julio scaled the wall. Spider-Man robbing Superman. Judge had carried his bat almost to first base. Watch this. He knows he's got it pretty good. He's got the bat in his hand the whole time. So there's maybe just a little doubt, and then that eliminated it. Julio Rodriguez. We just got hit by a pitch. Dominican Republic fans, certainly Seattle Mariner fans, were holding their breath, making sure he was okay. I think he's all right. Dismay and respect all the same. Something altogether different right there from Maria. So it stays 2-1. 0-2 on Kyle Schwarber. Julio Rodriguez right at the forefront of young players coming out, showing emotion. There's more of the culture in this World Baseball Classic. It invites more of that. And
and it is so much fun watching them, like he says, play the game like he's a kid again. 0-2 to Schwarber in the dirt. They asked Albert Pujols, do you think that some of this can be taken to the regular season? The emotion you see across the WBC, and he said, I just don't think we can replicate it. You got to know that this is in our blood. This is in our DNA, the way we came up playing the game in the Dominican Republic. So a lot of it has to do with repping the country, wearing that jersey. Well, plus, you'd be wiped out. 162 games. How many more we got? 150. I always wonder, how much time does it take to remember every celebrational move? Everyone's got something, and they work on it. Schwarber on the ground, pass Marte, 2-out base hit. Yeah, you gotta have a full catalog of those. You do. Like quarterbacks have their play call sheet. You can pull out your band to remind you of your celebration. The way my brain is, I would forget half of them and I'd be like, oh, my bad. That wasn't the one we were supposed to do with you. Gunnar Henderson lit the fire for Team USA with a home run to lead off last inning. And Chase Luis Severino, he's going to face somebody other than Mejia. Brazoban will come in. It was this close to a third home run. But Julio Rodriguez says, stays 2-1.
The college basketball crown is back. For the crown right here. An elite postseason tournament on Fox and FS1. 8 teams from the nation's top conferences put it all on the line to rule the court. For the crown right here. Watch out! Coming April 1st, live from Las Vegas.
A champion will be crowned.
The college basketball crown on Fox and FS1. Buy tickets at vividseats.com. Download the app.
All right, Fox Saturday Night Baseball is back. Fans are back. Celebrations are back. Same night every week. No thinking required. You bring the couch. We'll bring the drama. Baseball Night in America. Only on Fox. Brady is back on the field for the Fanatics Flag Football Classic on Fox.
LFG, let's go!
A first-of-its-kind 3-team round-robin tournament with the best of the best. Featuring the GOAT and Jalen Hurts, superstars Jaden Daniels and Joe Burrow, and Team USA Football. A world-class showdown live from Los Angeles.
I'm fired up.
Saturday on Fox.
2-1, top of the 5th inning. You can take home a piece of the game. You can bid on game used jerseys, baseballs, bases, and more at auctions.mlb.com. And Julio's saying, yeah, you see that? You like that? What's amazing is when you get to see these guys up close and realize how big Julio Rodriguez is. He's huge. Tatis is big too. But this man right here, like NFL, outside linebacker, safety. He plays center field, so we see him from a distance. Gunnar Henderson, not a little guy. As he climbs in to face the new Dominican pitcher, it's Huáscar Brazoban. 36 years of age of the New York Mets. Brazoban started his baseball journey some 15 years ago when he signed with the Colorado Rockies, but didn't make it to the major leagues until a decade later when he finally broke through in 2022. Henderson. Tell you what, Schwarber can get as big a lead as he wants. They're not even going to pay attention to him. Along first, that's fair ball, and Guerrero steps on the back end of the inning. He's had some tremendous defense in this game. Rodriguez with the latest gem.
I'm a different kind of threat. You can't call the cops on me. I don't even have to break in. I'm invited.
story, and this is our TimberTech story.
There are certain things you can do in a house that will last for the ages. TimberTech decking is one of those things. It was an obvious choice for all of the things that we wanted: appearance, durability. It was a no-brainer.
We love the TimberTech product so much that we had to do the railing as well.
With what we've experienced with TimberTech, there is no other choice. It's that good.
Trying to predict the future is a hazardous occupation. The only thing we can be sure of is that it will be absolutely fantastic. I'm thinking of the incredible breakthrough, the communication satellite. These things will make possible a world in which we can be in instant contact with each other wherever we may be. When that time comes, the whole world will have shrunk to a point.
Everyone has free offers on the latest phones, but T-Mobile gives you a lot more. T-Mobile families save over $3,700 versus the other big guys. And our experience plans include amazing benefits, plus our 5-year price guarantee. Switch to T-Mobile to save on a big scale.
Next Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series is on FS1. That's the best of the best. They go full throttle at Darlington. It's the Goodyear 400, Sunday, 3 o'clock Eastern. Pre-race action begins at 1:30, only on FS1. This is a solo home run from Junior Caminero in the second inning against Paul Skeens, who got out of a bases-loaded jam in the fourth. Dominican really made him work in that inning. It averaged about 12 pitches per inning, but had to throw more than 20 in the fourth. 1 and 2 coming up here. It's Geraldo Perdomo to lead off. I know it's only 2-1, but there's been a lot of emotional things that are happening in each of these innings. What did we talk about? How many times it's going to be, how hard it's going to get just 3 outs in an inning. It's happened once or twice. I think you're right. Just the bottom of the first inning, 1, 2, 3 for Skeens. Rocks and fires in 0-1. Perdomo fouls it off, and it's 0-2. Skeens had 3 uncles who served in the military. That was what inspired him to want to go the same route. Of course, by now you know, went to the Air Force Academy, dreams of being a fighter pilot. Baseball took him to LSU, but he said he thinks every day about what he learned at the academy, and he wanted to do this. He wanted to pitch for Team USA. He said, for every serviceman and servicewoman. In the left center field. See who wants it? It's Anthony. And it's for some guys who are going to say that because that's what you're supposed to say. But that is genuinely coming from the heart of Paul Skeens. It's a big part of who he is. Yeah, all I can think of is, what's the tallest guy to be in a cockpit? That's going to be a problem. Back to the top in Tatis. Skeens is 6'6", 260 pounds. I just hope this young man can stay healthy and defeat the odds of every pitcher in the big leagues that throws like him that usually ends up getting something, an injury. I hope he can stay healthy and pitch for 10, 12 years and set all kinds of records. Tatis with 1 away, takes inside. He's going into his 3rd year with the Pirates. You'd love to see the Pirates build a little more around him. Come on, Pirates. And they made some moves this offseason. Got a 1.97 ERA his first 2 seasons. Cy Young after he won Rookie of the Year. Tatis cracks his bat on a flare that's foul. And I think for him, the next level is going more innings. Giving his team more chances to win games. It's must-win game when he pitches, right? And he had a lot of games where it was just 5 innings, 6 innings. And a lot of that had to do with pitch count. A lot of that had to do with controlling the environment for him. The next level for him is to get over that 200 innings and really make that impact in every game a little bit longer by staying in the game a little more. New piece of lumber for Tatis. 0 for 2 tonight. Skeens comes home. Tatis pounds it into the ground up along 3rd. That is a foul ball. And the reason I say that is the reward system is counterproductive in our game. They will reward a pitcher for more sexy stats like strikeouts and things that don't really necessarily long-term help your team throughout the season, innings pitched needs to get back into the forefront to be a valuable commodity for your team.
And I think you're seeing a surge in that. We often see what happens in the postseason become a season-long trend that follows. And look what a lot of the Dodger pitchers did during the postseason. Yamamoto at the front of that line. 1-2 comes home to Tatis. Pops a foul.
Because you can go into a game and be really selfish to get stats, meaning you could throw 110 pitches in 5 innings and get 10 strikeouts and ultimately not be as valuable to your team.
Ben's got to cover 4 innings. Season-long effect of that. You do it too many times.
Tatis hustling. Bare hand. Throw.
Tatis with an infield hit. Only chance Henderson had. Throw is offline, though. Tying on a board over the speed of Fernando Tatis.
Yeah, Tatis right as he hits the ball is taken off out of the box. Right here, he knows immediately. Head down, going to take a perfect play, perfect throw, and it almost happened.
Career-high 32 stolen bases for Tatis last year. He's the tying run at first, taking a good lead, not running, and a healthy miss. Swung so hard his hand came off of the bat through Marte.
Bottom hand usually is not the one that comes off the bat. That's the one that did on that swing.
Getting up into the range that Mark DeRosa was talking about for Paul Skeens, but the bullpen still relatively quiet down there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just now, Tyler Rogers has started to get loose. He's one of the new additions to Team USA's bullpen. They added a few guys over the weekend. Rogers, Tim Hill, Will Vest, Jeff Hoffman. Tatis leaning again, but not running. Line drive, base hit left center field. PCA cuts it off. Tatis hangs on.
Wow, I thought Tatis easily had third base right there.
He's maybe got PTSD.
Maybe.
Cut down by Judge earlier.
That's shocking there because that ball and that angle for the throw is going to be really difficult to wheel around and throw to third.
And there'd be more value in him getting there here than there was when he got thrown out by Judge when there were 2 outs.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's going to do it for Skeens. The Dominican fans realize what this means. The American ace leaves the mound. And the Dominicans are going to say anybody but Paul Skeens.
It's the UFL kickoff on Fox.
Here we go.
Friday, March 27th. It starts with a bang as the perennial powerhouse Birmingham Stallions
Touchdown!
take on the newcomer Louisville Kings. With new teams and new rules.
UFL is a testing lab for the future of football.
This is Football Reimagined. The UFL kickoff begins Friday, March 27th and continues Saturday and Sunday on Fox and ESPN.
All right, Fox Saturday Night Baseball is back. Fans are back. Celebrations are back. Players are back, doing 17 things before every pitch. We say it's a long season and lose our minds by the 3rd inning. It's superstars climbing the wall while the rest of us strain for the remote. And Saturday night, that's locked in. Same night every week. No thinking required. You bring the couch. We'll bring the drama. Baseball Night in America. Only on Fox.
Oh, we got trouble! Oh.
Captain's Log start date this Wednesday. Masked singers have taken the Enterprise. Sensors detect a double elimination.
What?
Then, on Fear Factor House of Fear semifinals,
Learn to love getting electrocuted.
the Fear Final 6 are in for a shock.
2 of you will go home. Not happy about it.
And one goes down hard.
Oh, my God.
Only Fear Factor House of Fear after the Masked Singer Wednesday on Fox.
The Fox Nation Spring Sale. A time for new beginnings and new journeys.
I took an oath to defend Israel from her enemies.
Fox Nation is the home of RAF with big matches every month.
Let's go, baby.
The Fox Nation Spring Sale. Sign up today for just $2.99 a month.
Well, Skeens runs into a bit of a wall there after the third inning. There's 12 pitches per inning the first three, but the Dominicans run the pitch count way up, and so he's out after 4 1/3, with runners at first and second, and one gone here in the fifth. Tyler Rogers comes in, and you cannot swing further from one end of the spectrum to the other. You got a guy who averages 99 to a guy that is in the 80s with his fastball. Tatis at second, Marte at first, and Juan Soto's the hitter.
That's the one thing. When the reliever comes in the game, and I know he got Soto at the plate, so I don't think they'll be too aggressive, but the best time to steal a base is when a reliever first comes in the game with traffic.
Rogers to Soto. On the way for a ball. Yes, that is an 82-mile-per-hour fastball.
And it's one of the lowest release points you'll ever see. I mean, he's scraping the ground and really trying to create an illusion to the hitter.
Bouncing ball towards the middle. Right to the bag. Off balance. Double play. Got on the ground and got two. Tyler Rogers, welcome to Team USA.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis? With fewer symptoms from moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, where would you go? Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. And for adults with active psoriatic arthritis, Tremfya goes beyond the skin. Less joint pain, stiffness, and swelling is possible. And Tremfya even reduced fatigue. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
The Fox Nation Spring Sale, a time for new beginnings and new journeys.
I took an oath to defend Israel from her enemies.
Fox Nation is the home of RAF with big matches every month.
Let's go, baby!
The Fox Nation Spring Sale. Sign up today for just $2.99 a month.
NetCredit is here to say yes, even when other lenders won't. Apply online in minutes and get funds deposited the next business day or sooner. NetCredit. Credit to the people.
We know you're obsessed with them. So we obsess over fresh, healthy meals made just for them.
Got this, buddy. You got it.
During an asthma attack, every second feels like an eternity. Primatene Mist works fast. It's clinically shown to open airways quickly. Get the #1 FDA-approved over-the-counter asthma inhaler. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again.
Well, the Venezuelans clear the path. The defending champion Japan is finished. And 2 of the 3 teams that have won face off right here trying to get to the championship game. Dominicans won it in 2013, the U.S. in 2017. Razaban misses inside to Will Smith. And a 2-1 game here in the 6th. 3 solo home runs accounting for the scoring.
There has been counterpunch, counterpunch, counterpunch. Who's going to deliver the big blow? The game of separation right now, 1 run that really, when you think of the chances of scoring, each team done a nice job getting the other one out of trouble.
Will Smith had a bunch of big blows for the Dodgers in the World Series run last year. None bigger than the game winner in the 11th inning. Anthony and Terang to follow. Razaban's 2-1. Smith hooks it foul. Good problem for Mark DeRosa to have, choosing between the 2 catchers. He's gone back and forth between Cal Raleigh and Will Smith. Raleigh hitless this so far, and said his swing is just not in a great place. Often isn't at this time of year. If they get to the championship game, it's then going to be who has played best to that point, and Mark DeRosa was going to choose to start. Down in a high pitch, one gone in the sixth. And it brings up Roman Anthony, who's got one of the 2 home runs for Team USA. Here's our player profile, sponsored by AT&T. Youngest player on the roster, 21 years old. Go-ahead shot in the 4th, his 2nd home run of the tournament.
They gave him the rookie treatment. They had him doing all kinds of things. Well, he has delivered. He's become a veteran on the spot with all the, really with not a lot of experience, but man, oh man, he plays like he sure does have it.
Bryce Harper said, "Hey kid, we need some music. Go get us a speaker." But not just any speaker. Mark DeRosa described it as a 1,000-pound speaker that he's responsible not just for buying, but making sure it gets lugged around. They can have the music. 1-1 to Anthony. Swing and a miss, 1-2 out in front of the changeup. He has been in the hip pocket of Aaron Judge. Yankees, Red Sox getting along. Only in the World Baseball Classic. United by their nation's colors here. 1-2. Here comes Brazoban. It's in there. Strike 3. Sinker dives right to the inside edge. 2-out.
This is a great pitch. Look at the movement and the late inside part of the plate. Called strike 3.
Bryce Harang now. Time is called. Talking about Brazoban, how long it took him to get to the major leagues. Part of it was he wasn't pitching very well. Part of it was he had used his younger brother's name to get 2 years and be a more attractive prospect, and then they found out about that. So visa issues for years as he would try to come back from the Dominican Republic to start his seasons. And when he went to the Mets a few years back, they went out of their way to help him sort those out, basically get that file closed so he doesn't have to deal with the problems when he's going back and forth. So that's been put to bed. He's established himself as a nice piece.
In the beginning, I felt like the team that would put the ball and play more was going to win this game, and that hasn't been proving to be true so far. 10 strikeouts by the USA team, but 2 home runs has got that slim lead.
Big swing and a miss from Terrain. Comes in leading Team USA, hitting .476. 0 for 2 in the semi. Down 0-2 here. Bad deal. Really good. And he stays that way. Down the string and a changeup and striking out the side.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Southwest boarding begins now. Oh no. Group Z.
Thought you checked us in last night.
Well, I was a minute late.
I can't have a middle seat. Just hurry up. We gotta sit together. No, you faster.
Act natural.
Is this you taken?
You gotta ask him.
I am not sitting in a middle seat. You installed this?
Even had a few screws left over.
If it's important
important is not worth compromising. That's why with Farmers, you can get quality and savings.
We are farmers. Won't you
Where are they going? Here, Roy.
The game summary is sponsored by Capital One. I know it doesn't have the big swings back and forth like last night's game, but this has been tight, intense, and crisp.
Oh, yes. I mean, you could just sense the crowd waiting to explode. Each team had huge moments. And this is the way I thought, honestly, whether it was 7-6 or 2-1, I thought the game was going to be this way the entire way. And now it's going to come down to the bullpen for the USA to execute perfectly because there's not much room for error at this point.
And the newest pitcher to come out of that bullpen is Griffin Jacks, who has not pitched since Monday. You had former Air Force Academy cadet Paul Skeen start the game. Griffin Jacks went all the way through, graduated from the Air Force Academy, and is a captain in the Air Force Reserves, but a pretty darn good pitcher in the major leagues as well. Going last year from the Twins to the Rays. And he's going to have to be at the top of his game, John. He's got Guerrero, Machado, Caminero.
Yeah, he relies heavily on that breaking ball.
And there's changeup. Guerrero doubled his last time. Takes in the dirt for ball one. Home run of this game for the Dominicans, coming on a Caminero home run in the second. This is a team that averaged 10 runs per game coming in. Oh, pitching staffs against these loaded lineups. Really impressive. Guerrero takes a perfect pitch. Now at that height, Guerrero didn't like the call. Has such awareness of the strike zone at that height. That breaking ball needs to start at that height if you got any chance to get him to fish. Slash to right center field. Pico Armstrong gliding to the track. He's there. Makes it look easy. One gone in the sixth inning. Manny Machado had to be having flashbacks when he saw Julio Rodriguez rob that home run in center field tonight. These teams faced off in the quarterfinals in San Diego in 2017, and it was Adam Jones with a home run robbery as Team USA went on to win the whole thing. Tonight, Julio Rodriguez taking a home run away from Aaron Judge. Of course, it was Machado. You saw him that shot that hit that ball that Jones brought back. Inside ball one from Jacks. Machado is going into his 15th major league season. More than half of his career will be in San Diego once this year is complete. His 8th season with the Padres coming up. Wraps it on the ground to short. Backhand win from the outfield press. BB for number 2.
I think he took just a little extra second to show off that arm, by the way. His dad, of course, a former Major League Baseball pitcher, probably says, yeah, that's where he's got that fastball from. This right here is just handed.
You've seen him make a bunch of these plays in the Classic. Got Dad taking credit for the arms. I don't know where he got the rest of it from. Diving plays, the home runs, but yeah, that's from me. 2 outs. Caminero. Line drive center field, hangs up for Pico Armstrong, and Griffin Jacks. 7 pitches to retire the heart of the order in order.
Every legend starts somewhere, not in the spotlight, but in the work. It starts here, dialing in your swing, leveling up your look. Then it clicks. You're locked in. From repping your country on the world stage to building a ball club. It's your journey, your moment, your show. Make your mark. Become a legend.
New Skechers Aeroburst. Running shoes that push the laws of aerodynamics. It all starts with Skechers Hyperburst technology. Supercritical foam that gives Aeroburst unbelievable response and propulsion. Plus a carbon-infused H-plate that returns more energy. Skechers Aeroburst.
Forget the warm-up. DirecTV got hot. They're on fire with more MLB games than anyone. Welcome to the big leagues, kid.
How old are you?
11. None of this was imaginable 30 years ago.
Gonzaga's like a family. We're being teams 30, 40 every night.
It's one of the greatest stories in sports.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40, let me guess, less energy, less drive? Definitely. It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age. Happen to you guys?
Yeah.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T2. From the number one selling and number one doctor-recommended testosterone brand comes Nugenix Total T2, a unique new formula that combines the ultimate free and total testosterone booster with a powerful nitric oxide booster that works in just 3 hours. Feel like a new man, leaner, stronger, with more energy and drive. Get your complimentary bottle by texting EARTH to 215-215.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix. Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
You can only try before you buy with this special offer. Get your complimentary bottle now. Text EARTH to 215-215. Do it now and we'll include a bottle of new Nugenix Neurozone Brain Supplement. Absolutely free.
Show your country pride at MLBShop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic World Baseball Classic jerseys, caps, t-shirts, and more over at MLBShop.com, the official source for all your World Baseball Classic gear. Derek Skubal has rejoined Team USA to be dug out for this semifinal. He hopes for the championship game as well. Skubal started one of the games of pool play before going back to the Tigers. Skeens tonight, his second start of the Classic, going 4 1/3. It's been the bullpen from there. 2-1 game. Into the top of the 7th inning, and this is Abner Uribe, the Milwaukee Brewers, to face Pete Crow Armstrong.
Uribe's nasty. He is way nasty. I know he, coming into this game, I think was the only reliever to give up some runs for the Dominican team, but what an arm.
Sends a fly ball to center field. Rodriguez won't have to work quite as hard for this one. One gone in the 7th. United States that love some insurance going into the late innings.
Tremendous movement on that sinker that gets it off the barrel of the bat. This kind of hitter, Bobby's, he's due.
3 tonight, he struck out twice. First pitch from Uribe. Sizzles in there. Strike one. 98-mile-per-hour sinker. You know, the United States offense has been more in fits and starts throughout the World Baseball Classic. And again, a lot of those come in the first 2 games against Brazil and Great Britain. Only 2 of them tonight with the pitching. Holding down this Dominican lineup, the 2 so far has been enough, and this has been the workhorse for Team USA. For Bednar, this would be a 4th appearance in 6 games. You have the off day tomorrow, so if they win this game, still going to have everybody available for the championship. Richdown strikes for the 3rd time. Since the 2 home runs in the 4th inning for Team USA, they're 1 for their last 11. Harper. 1 for 3. That's a double in this game. A 1 from Uribe. Both these teams, bad taste in their mouth in 2023. Team USA that close against Japan. So the pain that comes with getting so close, pushing the boulder up the mountain, but not being able to finish it. For Dominican Republic, they got eliminated in pool play, which is unthinkable for that baseball-loving country. Yeah, almost flukish, right? Yeah. I mean, that'll drive you if you got to wait 3 years. It's Steve. Off the end of the bat, hooked on the ground to a backhanded glove of Marte. Flips it on the first and completes a 1-2-3-7 for Uribe. We stretch and a 2-1 game.
Fox Sports is proud to bring you this She's a Hero moment. To be on ski patrol, you have to be a certain type of person. We describe this job as others before self. Nothing's like ski patrol. We have to be prepared for anything and everything that this mountain throws at us. In this dynamic environment, it takes a lot of fortitude, especially in the avalanche rescue world. We really go that extra mile to truly dig in. We're adventure athletes, but also first responders. If you can see her, you can be her.
For years, Mike's worn a baseball cap to hide his thinning hair, which makes everyone think he's good at baseball. He's terrible. But since choosing Nutrafol to help him grow visibly thicker, fuller hair, he's on track for a comeback. Just not one that involves baseball. Hats off to you, Mike. Hats off to you.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Look at pods.com today.
Welcome back to the 2026 World Baseball Classic on FS1, presented by Capital One. 2-1, 3 solo shots in this game. To the bottom of the 7th we go. Griffin Jackson had that lightning quick inning, but as throughout the night, U.S. defense has been exceptional behind the plate. Yeah, it's been outstanding. They have risen to the occasion, made some nice plays. Again, keeping the traffic off the bases, not creating any extra rallies, because as soon as the inning starts, the crowd sees it as a rally, and they're just waiting for that big moment to erupt. Well, it looked like Team Canada was going to have that big moment against David Bednar, who comes into the game here. They had second and third, nobody out in the 7th inning. Bednar was able to get out of that jam, and the most used reliever for Mark DeRosa so far still has not given anything up. Fastball, curveball, splitter, and he's going to come after you with 97 miles an hour and then use his off-speed and change of speed to mess you up. Bottom of the order, but it's all relative. Still a bunch of superstars. Julio Rodriguez leads off. First pitch from Bednar. In there for a strike, started him with a splitter. Close for comfort for the U.S. One-run game in the 7th. 0-2. Rodriguez going into his 5th Major League season. Represented hope for the Mariners and right away delivered, getting them to the postseason for the first time in 2 decades in his Rookie of the Year campaign. At the same time, success brings expectations. The big contract that he signed heightens those. And so it's been a bit of a complicated ride the last few years, very up and down. This is still an electric player, but when he's right, is as good as anybody. Reaches out, flips one into shallow left field. Witt is under it for the first out of the 7th. That's the wrong guy to be messing with on this team. Keep it away from shortstop. Tonight had been too many good spots to go after on that defense. Lineup known for its bats, but more about the gloves in the semi. Austin Wells, after his 7th inning walk-off home run, mercy rule win against Korea, is 0-2 tonight, but he sends this one to right center field, and Aaron Judge isn't going to get there. Wells in the 2nd with a 1-out double. Tied run in scoring position for the Dominican Republic. This one perfectly in between Judge and Armstrong. And that ball just gets over the head. That's saying something. It gets over the head of Aaron Judge.
Motion spills out of Wells. Gerardo Perdomo, the 9-hitter, but one of the best clutch hitters in the league last year. Perdomo hit .330 with runners in scoring position. After a game when he hit, they asked him about it and said, "My blood is like a frog, cold." Clutch Perdomo. Takes a strike 1-1. On the frogman now, because of how good he is in these spots. Bednar finds himself in a familiar situation. Pressure on, 7th inning. His 1-1 pitch to Perdomo is pop foul, strike 2.
He gets so used to seeing a regular lineup, and I would say on average this has got to be the deepest the outfielders have ever played on a consistent basis, because you've got to respect the power of the entire lineup. Typically you're going to have one side of the outfield playing in, but not against the Dominican.
2-2. Bullpen quiet. Bednar's taken over for this 7th. He's home with a 2-2 pitch. Perdomo laces a base into center. Wells went back at first. He stops at third. Wells was unsure if that ball was going to get over Bobby Witt, and the way Witt's played, you don't blame him for being so. But he has to stop at third, and the tying run's still 90 feet away.
Well, you said he's clutch, and he went with the pitch. To your point, Wells had to be absolutely sure, and that's what cost him the chance of scoring. I just talked about how deep the outfield has to play, but another tangled web here for Bednar.
Tatis has a hype man. Caminero. Tatis has about 30,000 hype men and women. Tying run at third. 1 gone in the 7th. Strike 1. Swings and misses. Go-ahead run into scoring position with 1 away.
And that was a great move. Now it puts the pressure on Team USA. They've got to bring the infield in, although be it with 2 strikes.
Holes get a little bit bigger for Tatis. DR looking for the lead in the 7th. Bednar deals. Got him! Tatis is out number 2.
We've had 2 moments, Aaron Judge and now Tatis, with an opportunity for contact with less than 2 outs, and give the pitcher some credit. I mean, they have made huge pitches to 2 great hitters that could not put the ball in play.
Yeah, it was Severino that did it to Judge in the 3rd inning, 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. And now it's Bednar against Tatis, so it's up to Marte. Strike 1. Then Bednar just doesn't feel right until he's got his back against the wall, huh?
I guess not. So far, he is pitching his way out of some tough situations.
On an 0-1, Marte swings and misses, and it's 0-2. Just powering a fastball by him. Wells and a single from Perdomo.
There's going to be some emotion one way or another here, either by Team USA or Team Dominican.
Another 0-2 pitch, taken high. Looks like something is about to snap. Time run at third, go ahead run at second. Time taken by Marte. Two hits in this game for the Diamondback second baseman. This is double play partner that stands at second base as the go-ahead run. The 1-2 pitch. Bednar gets out of it. And a straight artist for Team USA.
Movies? No. Ferris wheel? No. $1 a day. David Buster. What's the fun? Hey, I'm about to smoke you like a ham. Fun, yeah. We need that. Unlimited play for just $1 a day. Only at Dave & Buster's.
At Wayfair, delivery and setup can be as easy as, well, doing nothing.
That was fast.
Room of choice delivery and fast expert setup. Wayfair, every style, every home.
Came out the basement, young, strong, and courageous. That's how I made it.
Rated E for everyone.
From the WBC to all the spring training games, we've got you covered. You can get personalized highlights and push notifications just for you. Download the MLB app, the #1 app for live baseball. Second time in the last two appearances, David Bednar has second and third, less than 2 outs, and gets out of it. Team USA still in front as Anthony Dominguez comes on the pitch.
Another hard throwing, sometimes command. Again, you see the walks to the strikeouts. But man, oh man, the opportunities that have been thwarted with less than 2 outs. That will not, if these two teams played 7 games in a row, you're not going to see that too many more times. Like, you're just not. With these lineups, you're going to see those guys are going to put the ball in play. They haven't tonight, though.
One of these teams averaged 8 runs per game. One of them averaged 10 runs per game. Aaron Judge fouls back the first one from Dominguez, but it's been about the pitching. It's been about the defense tonight. Somehow, we have a 2-1 score in the 8th inning. The last time we all saw Sir Anthony Dominguez, he was getting out of that 10th inning jam, the World Series Game 7. Dodgers won it in the 11th. Heavily used in the postseason by the Blue Jays. And whatever team he's been on, somebody that has been big in the playoffs. He's got a 186 career playoff ERA. Heads over to the Chicago White Sox this year.
Such a good breaking ball and splitter, not to mention 97+ mile an hour fastball.
Judge, Schwarber, and Henderson. How much do you think Mark DeRosa's bringing for a run? Make him breathe a little easier here. Judge is down swinging. Elevated splitter, but he swings through it. And it's got more hurdles to it than your average major league game. And that's not even to talk about the fact that every game is so dang important. Every game feels like a playoff game.
Well, no one knows the behind-the-scenes limitations and conversations. Because it's a big tournament, the average fan or the person sitting watching go, why isn't he doing this? Or why can't you do that? Or why isn't this guy pitching? It just doesn't work in a smooth way. And so you take what you have and do the best you can with it. And probably have to eat a lot of crow along the way because every single person is going to second guess everything.
If you're a major league manager, you got to answer to one or two people. If you were a WBC manager, you got to answer to 30 different clubs who all rightfully want to protect their players. Schwarber takes strike 1-1.
This had to be a cross-up. It's like, what?
Wells looking out there.
Was setting up for a breaking ball and he couldn't get it.
Schwarber takes ball 2-1. Arturo's second World Baseball Classic as the manager. He said that he hadn't wanted something so bad in a long time. Where's it? It takes him back to the must-win games that he played in, 16 seasons in the major leagues. Some of those came with the manager on the other side. He was traded to the Cardinals, was DeRosa, in 2009 when Albert Pujols was in the middle of his third MVP season. Those guys have remained close. Schwarber takes the walk. He's on with 1 out. In fact, one of the first calls DeRosa got after Team USA beat Canada the other night was from Albert Pujols.
I got to experience that for a couple months over there and see Albert up close. What a man. I'd rather see him up close on the same team than try to pitch against him because that didn't go well.
He gets you just once, though.
Yeah, just one time he got me that wasn't a home run. 3 times he got me that was a home run.
Just once was the single. Okay. 1 on 1 out. Gunnar Henderson tied this game with a home run in the 4th. 2 batters later, Roman Anthony hit a home run of his own, and that's the scoring. Ernie Clements pinch running for Schwarber. Strike 1 from Dominguez. DeRosa said about a week into his time with the Cardinals, they were playing in Cincinnati. They were down 3 in the top of the 9th inning. And Tony La Russa had the closer up. And he's thinking, what are we doing? We're down 3. Albert Pujols comes up and hits a grand slam. They all knew it was coming. Grand slam, closer in, game over, Cardinals win.
He's one of the greatest hitters of all time.
700 home runs.
You forget how unbelievable defense was at first base.
He covered half the field.
Yeah. Like he took away more hits because he was so aggressive and athletic over there. And
the machine eligible for the Hall of Fame in 2028. Won't take any time once he is. 2-2 on Gunnar Henderson. For the Dominican Republic in the bottom of the 8th inning, Juan Soto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Manny Machado. It really doesn't matter where in the lineup they're coming up. It's going to make you say, uh-oh. And the U.S. gets some insurance. Breathe a little bit easier. Here's a 2-2. Henderson hits it on the ground to second. Marte to second 1. Perdomo to first. The Dominican bullpen continues to shine. Can those big-time bats that have been unstoppable coming in get things going? Just the Caminero home run. Running out of chances. Down to their last 6 outs. Winner to the championship game.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back.
Break away to what's possible with Tremfya.
The only IL-23 blocker for Crohn's and UC to offer self-administration from the start.
With symptom relief as early as 4 weeks. Remission at 12 weeks. 1 year. And even 2 years.
Some had visible healing of their intestinal lining. Serious Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya.
Backed by over 15 years of clinical research. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Cars are cool. Rental cars are not cool. Cars can come in all shapes and sizes. Rental cars are mid-sized or similar. Cars are all about the details. Rental cars are also about the details. It's cool when you can pick the exact car you want and pick it up exactly where you want. Like here, or even way out here, but never here. No one wants to be here. You want to be here. Turo. Not a rental car.
Hang on a second. Curl me for that Ultra? Curl you? So smooth. Yes, it is.
We can't hire you right now, but we'll keep you in mind.
You'll keep me in mind.
It's a good day for a good deal at Outback. Get down under favourites like the Aussie 3-course starting at $14.99. Any reason is a good reason to celebrate at Outback.
Tonight's rewarding performance is sponsored by Capital One. Team USA's pitching staff, which had given up more home runs than any staff in the World Baseball Classic coming in, has given up just one run tonight to this dominant Dominican lineup. Started with Paul Skeens. Bullpen has carried it from there. Here to the 8th inning with 3, 4, and 5 are coming up against Garrett Whitlock.
Well, Whitlock is nasty. A lot of guys are nasty in this game, but they have to be really, really good against these next 3 hitters. And so far, so good for Team USA in facing Guerrero with not a lot of traffic on the bases.
Yeah, Mark DeRosa managing it more traditionally here. Instead of firing Jason Miller, who is his closer, who is his top reliever here at the part of the order in Soto, Guerrero, Machado, he goes with Whitlock and has Miller for the 9th inning. So here we go in a 2-1 game. First pitch to Soto is in the dirt for ball 1. Couple defensive changes. Pico Armstrong has moved over to left field. Byron Buxton is in center, so you can put Buxton in the 7th spot in the order. He'll be due up second in the 9th. That's for Roman Anthony. Soto fouls it off, and it's 1-1. Whitlock, as dominant as any reliever in the American League as last season went on. Clear of an injury that had to miss almost a full season the year before. Puts the mitt. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got that hitch. Hides the ball pretty good. It's funky.
Here he comes with a 1-2. And he strikes out Soto. Drops the slider to the knees for the first out of the 8th.
Below the zone, and Soto was letting him know that.
Alvarez Jr. Will Smith does his best to frame that one for the home plate umpire Corey Blazer. Rings up Soto. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Guerrero's 1 for 3. And the Blue Jays want it up. Guy Dominican wants up, but he waves and misses, and it's 1-2.
Whitlock has that slider dialed. I'm just telling you, like, one guy's going to come in after him, throw 100, 102. He doesn't need to throw 102. He's got so many different weapons to get you out. That sinker, slider, changeup, breaking ball, curveball, sinker at 95.
Zach Guerrero's number, Vlad is 1 for 8. 4 strikeouts against Garrett Whitlock. Tying run at the plate, 1 gone, 8th inning. 2-2 pitch. Checks his swing, and he goes full. Didn't need to check down at first. He shouted to let us know. No, he says.
never got to do. Hall of Famer Vladimir Guerrero said he regretted that. Encouraged Vlad Jr. to do it. Grounds this one back to Whitlock. Over to first, 2 out.
Beautiful thing about Whitlock is he's not like your traditional relievers that throw hard and falls all over the place. He falls in a good. His mechanic give him a defensive ability to field the ball up the middle. It's like an extra infielder that doesn't exist that much in our game with the mechanics of trying to throw the ball so hard.
Up to Manny Machado. How about Garrett Whitlock, this U.S. pitching staff tonight? Machado's 1 for 3. Single in the 4th. U.S. staff has taken the air out of this building. As loud as any place you're ever going to find that Caminero home run. Really throughout this tournament for the Dominican Republic, but a hush has fallen over. There's tension, now a hush. The 1-0 pitch. Not close. Ball on a strike. Still plenty of tension. Strike 2. Gets 2 chases from Machado, who has never faced Whitlock. That's a rarity in this matchup because all these guys, longtime big leaguers. The 1-2 pitch. Ford, one more.
We try to chase him, get him to chase one more time on that same that habit on the outer third part of the plate. Make it look like a strike longer than that last one.
Got him! Garrett Whitlock mows down the heart of the order. Has them crossing their arms saying, what is going on? After 8, 2-1.
When you're ready for spring break.
Hi, guys.
Emphasis on the break. It matters where you stay. Book your spring break now. Hilton for the stay.
No one goes to Hank's for his spreadsheets. He doesn't sell them. He does sell a darn good slice. When business slowed, Hank decided to bring back the $1 slice. He just asked Copilot in Excel to help make it work. Suddenly, Hank says, you gotta try this place kind of thing.
All right.
Hank makes the pizza.
Hey, how you doing?
Copilot handles the spreadsheets.
Enjoy.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by Authority World Baseball Classic Incorporated and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Looks like there's a play. Mike, I can't keep up with you. You're racing around like you're 10 years younger. I didn't stay in such great shape.
Eugenics Total T2, Ed, helps me stay leaner, stronger, and gets me back to the energy and stamina I had when I was younger.
How'd you hear about Eugenics?
Okay? You ever seen Frank Thomas and Doug Flutie talking about it? Men over 40, get Eugenics Total T2 and get back on your game.
From the #1 selling testosterone brand at GNC and Walmart, Nugenix Total T2 is packed with even more man-boosting power. It's the next generation testosterone booster that sends nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours. Feel leaner, stronger, and ready for anything with more energy and drive. Get your complimentary bottle by texting GAT to 215-215.
Hey, Ralph, aren't you forgetting something?
New T2 is not available in stores. Get your complimentary bottle by texting GAT to 215-215. Do it now and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever.
To the go in Miami, 2-1. The United States Strikes in front, trying to punch its ticket to third consecutive championship game. Dominican Republic has not been there since they won it all in 2013. The other semifinals tomorrow night. Venezuela against the surprise of the tournament in Italy. In this game, it was the Dominican Republic that struck first. Caminero homered in the second, but in the fourth, Gunnar Henderson with a leadoff shot to tie it. Two batters later, it was Roman Anthony to the same spot, and that's all. 2-1 to the ninth.
Yeah, and we thought we might see a little bit of a slugfest, but good defense, great pitching has slowed down these two great offenses. A lot of arms for the Dominican, the bullpen, and a lot of arms for the Team USA, and so far, not disappointing.
This is Camilo Doval, who went to the Yankees at deadline last year. Really struggled, but we're hoping they have a guy who's around his career's been an all-star. Hoping he can tap back into that in his first full season in New York. He'll face Will Smith here. Mentioned a lot of arms. This is the sixth one out of the bullpen for Albert Pujols in this game. Soto gave up the home run to Roman Anthony, but the next five have given up just one hit, no runs. Pitch clock violation. Doval's been known to get those.
Still blows me away. I mean, it is absolutely unexcusable. I just don't understand it, but we still keep talking about it.
And so this starts 1 ball, no strikes for Will Smith, who's 1 for 3. Looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth inning. Caminero, Julio Rodriguez, Austin Wells. Figure will be Mason Miller for Team USA. 2-0. Strike one. If Team USA wins, Norman McLean still lined up to start the championship game, looking for a bounce-back game after Italy hit him hard. That could be against Team Italy. On a 2-1, Smith takes ball 3.
Smith has seen Mr. Football a few times in the same division.
He was joking the other day, went out to catch a bullpen from Logan Webb. Gonna go get some more, go get some information from the boys. Just like WBC, the only place you're going to see a Yankee and a Red Sox being good friends. WBC, only place you're going to see a Dodger catching a Giant. Two to one in the ninth. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Will Smith. Here comes Doval. Inside corner to get it.
You will not see that very often. Will Smith strikes out twice in one game. This backs up, and Will thinks that's off the plate. Really close.
So now Byron Buxton, who came off of the bench defensively last inning. Dominican bullpen are talking about what they've done tonight, just a continuation of what they've done all tournament. 27 2/3, only 2 runs allowed. Had you told any Dominican fan you're going to give up just 2 runs, they would have said, all right, can't wait for the championship Tuesday.
Oh, absolutely. 6-2, 7-2, 5-2, somewhere in there. And if you also told them that they were going to strike out Team USA as much as they did.
This is the only chance in the history of this stadium. Look at that. That we were going to catch it?
Oh, yeah. There's no chance against one.
There's Miller getting ready. David Ross stands by. 14 Ks from the Dominican pitchers. Out hitting the U.S. 8-7, but again, it's just been solo home runs. Buxton on 2-1. Yeah, the U.S. going to lament that third inning opportunity, but if the score ends like this, they're not going to lament it as badly as Dominican Republic will the 7th, where they had second and third, top of the order up, and couldn't score.
Yeah, it's always more painful the later it happens in the game, right? It happens happens in the third, you're like, we got 6 more innings, 5 more innings, Happens in the seventh, you just start running out of those opportunities.
Is there any reason to think Wells should have scored on the base hit from Perdomo?
There is, but that's with tension and already getting a guy thrown out at third. And I'll tell you the one that to me was Tatis not going to third on the one inning where maybe you talked about a little gun shy after getting thrown out at third. That was the one he should have gone to third on.
Yeah, I was got thrown out in the third inning for the third out.
Wells was in a tough spot, and the angle that he had with that ball almost directly over Bobby Witt Jr., so you can't get doubled off there, especially with the lineup with less than 2 outs.
The Pujols figures probably be questions. Did you consider pinch running for Wells, representing the tying run there? Augustine Ramirez, his second catcher. Another third catcher.
The tournament may have been right there, that decision.
And the inability to score him. 0-2 on Turang. The ball looking for a 1-2-3-9. Checked up, ball 1. First and fair. Roll to the back. On the top of the ninth inning. Fasten those seatbelts to the bottom of the ninth. It's Caminero, Rodriguez, and Wells coming up against Mason Miller.
The Crown returns on Fox and FS1. An elite postseason tournament live from Las Vegas. The College Basketball Crown. April 1st on Fox and FS1. Buy tickets at visitseats.com.
Great football is
It's the UFL kickoff on Fox. Here we go. Friday, March 27th. It starts with a bang as the perennial powerhouse Birmingham Stallions take on the newcomer Louisville Kings. With new teams and new rules.
UFL's testing lab for the future of football.
This is in the back end. The UFL kickoff begins Friday, March 27th.
Same night every week, no tickets required. You bring the couch, we'll bring the drum. Baseball Night in America, only on Fox.
The IndyCar Series rolls into Barber, where Palou, Newgarden, and a hungry pack battle for a win. The road to Indy continues. Sunday, March 29th on Fox. Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth.
Came here to practice medicine. Other than that, I'll be keeping my own company. It's never too late to change.
TV's most endearing show is a gift to the viewer.
No giggling.
And March 24th.
You and Louisa kiss.
It meant nothing. You're lying to yourself, buddy.
It's all new.
We appear to be having an outbreak of bubonic plague.
The plague? The plague? The plague?
We just need to stay calm.
Best Medicine. All new March 24th on Fox.
Here we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. 2-1 United States. Mason Miller's on 3 outs away from a trip to the championship game.
Well, there was already a really popular 2-1 score that happened not too long ago, and that was in hockey. Can the USA baseball team duplicate that against a great team, Dominicana?
A lot of these guys are talking about how that helped fire them up for this World Baseball Classic. They had a group text going during the gold medal game and inspired them for their own run.
Not going to be easy.
Junior Caminero, who has established himself probably already as a star what he did last year for Tampa Bay, but everybody recognizes him now. And he's got a home run tonight to account for the lone Dominican run. Mason Miller Home of the first pitch. Caminero loads up and fouls it off. And he had one over the middle, but it was 1-0-1.
This young man's bat is about as electric as Miller's arm.
It is the fastest bat in the American League. Miller's 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fast bat, faster pitch. Stuck with it, fouled off.
Here's the hard part if you're Miller. It's hard to get around on the 102, but the dirty pool would be if he throws a slider right here, he's swinging. He's swinging. He just can't hang it.
He did, and he got the swing and a miss. Smith corrals, down to first, one away. Mason Miller has faced 11 hitters in the Classic and struck out 9 of them.
Yeah, I mean, that's the dirty pool right there. Like, you see 102, and you're going to get the bat out going quick, and all it has to do is spin and not stay in the zone. This is a little bit of a dirty play when he was running to first. Harper wasn't too happy about that right there.
Rodriguez, who has homered against Miller before, jumps out of the way of a first pitch slider. 0 for 2 tonight. Does not have a hit since the first game a week and a half ago. 1-0. Same thing, ball 2. Austin Wells is due next, but Albert Pujols has sent O'Neill Cruz into the on-deck circle. Miller's 2-0. Ball 3. Further trouble if Rodriguez gets on base with his stolen base ability. Strike 1. Look a little off, down to 99. The 3-1 pitch. Julio Rodriguez takes ball 4. Tying on the board in the ninth.
Little surprise there with the 3-1 slider.
Tying on the board, winning run coming up. O'Neill Cruz, who hits it harder than anybody in the sport, and has a 450-foot home run in this Classic, represents the winning run. He also strikes out at a higher rate than anybody in the sport. If you're Mason Miller, what's your plan of attack?
Well, you can't be as worried about the runner, even though you talked about the speed and getting in scoring position. If you're going to get beat with a fastball, you get beat with a fastball away. Because at 102 away, I'll take my chances.
These guys have been dreaming of putting on their nation's uniform their whole lives. Ready, credit. There's a message to Mason Miller. So O'Neill Cruz gets ready to bat. You can make his name last forever in that baseball-loving country. So many of these guys talking about this meaning more than even a World Series would. Albert Pujols told us this would be the greatest accomplishment of his Hall of Fame career to win the WBC. All right, Rodriguez in his speed, the tying run. First pitch to O'Neill Cruz, not close, popped out of Smith's glove. Tying run is in scoring position. What happened?
Looked like a first pitch slider that just backed up.
to the 1-1 pitch. And the dirt ball 2. What a stop by Smith that time. That was an incredible stop. Well, might have gave him one with the ball popping out of his glove, but saves 90 feet right there. Important 90. One away. Bobby Witt's got a tough challenge to keep him close at second. Got a good lead. 2-1 pitch. Cruz swings and misses, strike 2. Perdomo's on deck, and then it would be Tatis. Towards the middle. Wicks there. Close play in time, 2 out. So the tying run is now 90 feet away. And it's up to Gerardo Perdomo. Mentioned that he hits it harder than anybody. He's also one of the fastest men in the sport. He can fly. Now a lot of pressure on the infield. Of course, the pressure on Will Smith. The guy we were talking about, John, has become one of the best clutch hitters in baseball. 2 outs, 9th inning. Winner to the championship. Perdomo takes the ball. Tight. Perdomo, one of the best bunters there is. Rest of the infield back. The 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. Took a fastball right through the heart of the plate. Well, everybody got their money's worth. 2-2. Good catch by Smith. Pick off that 102-mile-per-hour fastball. Tying run at third. 2 out of the 9th inning. 2-2 pitch. It's gone full. Tatis looming. Where are you going? Gotta go fastball. I didn't think he was going to go slider right there. He wasn't in a super aggressive mode, so he got to go fastball. Got to earn it. Pop up towards the seats. We'll do it again. We go fastball. Perdomo stayed alive. All speed started this game. 5 relievers have combined scoreless relief work. Rodriguez at third, 2 out. Mason Miller's 3-2. Fouled it again. You can cut it with a knife. I'd say if he had better touch on his slider, he's actually spiked a couple, and he did get the one swing and miss. If he had better touch after this pitch, I would consider a slider. Mason Miller's 8th pitch to Perdomo. There it is! Over to the championship! The United States takes down the powerhouse that is the Dominican Republic. 2-1 the final score.
USA pitching staff with Paul Skeens and 5 relievers holding a team that had averaged 10 runs a game to one tin soldier.
Yeah. Well, that 3-2 pitch. He's going to go down if USA is able to win this whole thing. That slider right there that was below the zone. And one team reacting and the other just stunned.
Thinking, you sure we don't have ABS yet? You sure we can't challenge that? Perdomo and Dominican Republic are wondering, and they'll have to wonder what would have happened with Fernando Tatis left standing on deck. Down to the field, Ken Rosenthal has Paul Skeens.
Thanks, Joe. Paul, we were all hoping for a game for the ages. We got one, and you were a huge part. What was it like for you pitching in an environment like this and being part of a win like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. Just coming into the game, just, wanting to put up as many zeros as possible and put us in a position to win. Everybody else did their job. That was really fun to watch.
This Dominican lineup got a lot of attention coming into the game, and understandably so. How were you able to achieve success?
Just executing. It wasn't the prettiest or the cleanest game I've ever pitched, but we saw it last game too. The great defense behind Judge makes that throw. Just makes it really easy to compete when you got plays like that. Bryce in the first inning, I mean, they did a really good job.
Paul, you've talked a lot about pitching for your country, pitching for all the servicemen and women around the world. What does it mean to you to pitch so well tonight with those people watching?
Yeah, I got a text from one of my teammates at Air Force who's I don't know where he's stationed right now, but he said he was going to wake up at 3 to watch 3 a.m. to watch the game. Puts it in perspective. If this isn't in perspective enough already, it's heavy stuff. For us playing a game against a bunch of people that we know and we played all the time, it's heavy, and so it's just an absolute honor to be able to do it.
Paul, congratulations. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Joe, back to you.
The obvious Paul Skeens fueled by a deeper purpose, putting on that uniform, and he has, along with 5 of his buddies from down in that bullpen, pitched Team USA to a 3rd consecutive final. Now the look for their first championship since 2017. Venezuela against Italy in the other semi. Can Michael Lorenzen do it again for the Italians? Venezuela, what a scene it was last night as they took down Japan. A vaunted lineup of their own led by Ronald Acuna Jr. 2-1 the final score in a game of pitching and solo home runs. The United States in this clash of titans still standing. On to the championship. Take a break afterwards. KB and the guys will have post-game coverage from here in Miami.
All right, Fox Saturday Night Baseball is back. Fans are back. Celebrations are back. Players are back, doing 17 things before every pitch. And Saturday night, that's locked in. No thinking required. You bring the couch. We'll bring the drama. Baseball Night in America. Only on Fox. The Masked Singer has taken the Enterprise. Plus a double elimination. What? Star Trek Night on The Masked Singer. Wednesday on Fox. Don't let living with cancer define you. Discover an injectable immunotherapy, Opdivo Qvantig, for certain previously treated adults whose kidney cancer has spread. A chance to live longer, a treatment that's faster. Unlike an infusion that takes 30 minutes, Opdivo Qvantig lets you receive treatment quickly in as little as 3 minutes. Opdivo Qvantig can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst, or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint